You ever burn your tongue like real bad? The heat, it violates the taste buds you used to have. I mean, you can still eat. It's not like you're not going to survive, but wouldn't you rather taste what it's like to be fully alive? Burnt taste buds are good for no one. Incinerated sensitivities never nobilize anyone's proclivities. I mean, the way I see it, sometimes it's better not to eat everything you crave. Sometimes your appetite is better off staved. I should probably just get to my point instead of shouting into the vacuum. Have you noticed that the more porn you consume, the less you like it, but the more it's got you? You don't have to answer. I know, it's embarrassing, but the longer you let addiction sit in the dark, the faster it becomes a monstrosity. Probably doesn't feel like an addiction, probably feels more like a prescription to the itching, but the more you scratch, the more you feel detached. Isn't it crazy how stimulation can numb you, how just staring at a screen can change your point of view? I'm gonna break it down real quick. Porn harms in ways of three: brain, relationships, and society, and it's directly correlated to depression, stress, and anxiety. You might notice the more porn you watch, the more dark and deviant you need it, but that's not your fault. That's just exactly how the industry breeds it. Like cigarettes, like liquor, pornographers are in the business of being addictors. Maybe you're embarrassed about what it takes to turn you on these days. That's not your fault. It's just what porn does to your brain. Number two, relationships, with all their ups, downs, successes, and blips. But now that porn's changed your taste, your standards, you might find yourself a little less satisfied just holding her hand. You know that you love her, but it's hard to commit to a sex life just of her, because on your screen you've got every color, every kink, and all you gotta do is just sort of sit there and blink, so one partner doesn't seem to offer much compared to Internet Explorer. But the body on the screen can't love you unconditionally. Body on the screen can't ever offer you that true intimacy, so don't be surprised when clearing your browser history clears you emotionally. Which leads me to my last point, society. A recent study found that the average porn scene contains 10 acts of verbal and physical violence, mostly against women. Given the world that we live in, do you think we should accept violence against women as just another given? It's not real, it's just on the screen. Well, life imitates art, you know what I mean? You want to change what you see on the streets, you gotta change what you see on your screen. Okay? You've listened to me say the word porn enough, which I appreciate because the topic can be tough. Like every addiction, it's stigmatized, like every broken fantasy romanticized. But in case no one's ever told you, you don't have to live like this. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. Honestly, it'll probably be really hard to quit, but you can start by saying that you care more about your brain, relationships, and society than you do this addiction you've forced into hiding. It'll be tough, like learning to taste again after a burnt tongue. But this is what it tastes like to choose love.